Good morning and welcome. My name is Ayesha Dixon. I'm the director of the Emeriti Retirees Relations Center at UCLA. And we are here with our ever so amazing and we're really grateful to have PJ Earley, who works with UCLA IT support. He is our go-to person for all things computers, and we're really lucky to have him this morning to help us with our Zoom one-on-one questions. So we generally just have this forum for you to tell us what you need help with. We can do some practicing. I can make everyone a co-host, so that way you're able to learn how to screen share and also kind of figure out the little ins and outs of Zoom. So let's see. I know, Elaine, you had a question about how to screen share and what it's like to be a host, right?
Yes, please.
So I guess the real definition of being a host is someone that has the capabilities to start and stop a program, to kick people out if they're being unruly, and to kind of manage all the different attributes at the bottom. So with that, Elaine, do you want to try practice screen sharing, or do you want to see what options you have to do the things that hosts can do on there?
Honestly, I know how to zoom in. I know how to participate. I don't know any of the ins and outs. So whatever the tutorial is from beginning with A, that's really where I'd like to be.
And Ayesha, even how to just start a Zoom meeting. Zoom meeting, I like to Zoom with my family, let's say, but I have no clue what to do to set up a Zoom meeting.
Me too.
Right. Okay. So that's kind of in the beginning. So you have the Zoom application, right? And then in the chat, PJ put some items for you to click onto. So do you both have a free account?
I went ahead and I got the one beyond the free account just for the reasons that Lily just talked about. So that, well, one, so I don't have to depend on your time, Ayesha, but also for my family, because now my grandchildren are spread across the United States.
Yeah.
And I'm looking to be able to have a Zoom Seder this year with.
Oh, nice.
So that's what I would. So personally, that's what I would like to do. So professionally, UCLA wise, but then also personally.
Okay, and on my case is I don't even know what a free Zoom account is.
Okay.
Is it an app?
Yes.
Okay, so I can set it up like on my iPhone. I'll just get an app.
So there's a couple ways. You can do it on your iPhone. You download the app, and then you have to give your email to subscribe.
Okay.
And then you can, when you're at the home screen, it's hard to describe, but do you have any slides to screen share, PJ, or I can show you on my phone? Because Lily, we can hear you, but we can't see you. So I'm assuming your camera's off.
Yes, my camera's off because I didn't prepare myself for
That's fine. I just wanted to make sure that you knew that. Okay.
So Ayesha, did you want me to just show like the instructions for downloading it for iOS?
I think they both have the app. So I think if we could start from that home screen of what it looks like with the join, create, schedule, that first kind of home screen.
Yeah.
Yes.
So here we have right here. So like how to schedule a meeting. So for Lily's question of like how to schedule a meeting, say you wanted to, set a meeting up for next Thursday. When you open up the app on your cell phone, you'll see sign in. You're gonna see a couple different options. Like Ayesha was saying, if you have the free version, you could sign in with Google, you can sign in with Facebook, or you can create an account with Zoom. The free version only allows you to have meetings up to 45 minutes. So if you're trying to have, meetings with your family that are longer than 45 minutes, then from there you'll have to purchase a license. But if you can keep those meetings under 45 minutes, you can use the free version, and you can do as many 45-minute meetings as you want. You're not limited to that. But so once you sign in, you'll see a home screen like this on your phone, and you can click schedule. You can start a meeting right away, where those two orange ones on the top, where you say start a meeting with video or without video, and you can just send that link to your family. Or if you wanted to schedule it, you click on the schedule button. From here, a window pops up, and it will give you the option to create a topic. It auto populates that. It will just see whatever your username is in Zoom. It will say like, Lily's meeting. And then
Let's
from
pause
here,
for just 1 minute. Sorry to cut you off, PJ, but if you go back up a little
Yes.
bit. So
actually, even before that,
okay, so right here, when you
was SSO. What is, I don't even know. I don't have Facebook. And
okay,
can anybody sign in with Google, or what is
yes.
SSO?
So, and this is why I wanted to pause here. So because of Zoom being so popular, lots of companies have licenses with their product. So SSO is something that UCLA uses to log in, and other companies. That just is our licensed carrier to do the software. But if you have a Yahoo account, whatever email address you have, you can create and register on the left side here, okay? If you have Facebook and a Gmail, then you can use those two to log in, but you don't need to have a special email. You just need to register here. And then once you log in, on the second screen that PJ had with the orange and yellow, so this is kind of where it all begins. If you, everyone gets assigned a personal meeting number and a personal meeting ID. So for example, mine is zoom.ucla.us/Ayesha Dixon or something like that. And it has my name, or also a bunch of 80734, whatever my login ID is. I'm assigned an ID, you'll be assigned an ID, and that's how they keep track of the users. So since everyone kind of has my user ID, if I'm doing a personal meeting or I have a one-on-one meeting with a retiree, I will just start the meeting or schedule a meeting with them, and they'll just log in using my personal account. Because I also host for various groups and subgroups on campus, when I schedule a meeting not using my personal ID, the system will generate a random ID number. So Elaine, you know how when we have meeting IDs, it's just a random generated number.
Okay.
Okay. So I can either pick video or not video. If it's not video, this is all you're going to see is my beautiful picture from 7 years ago and 15 pounds ago. And that's, but you can hear me. So I can start a video. I can start a call without the video, without having it, or with the video, and this is what you get. This is it. Okay, so if I want to schedule a meeting, then you can scroll down to the next one.
And then it comes up.
When you schedule it, it automatically says topic Ayesha Dixon's meeting. But I always go in there and change it to the retiree board or the book club. And then you pick your date, it automatically goes to the time zone you're in. When you join a meeting, you can say if you want people to have the camera on or off. They could still choose to have it off, but that way that's there. And then for the audio options, lots of time people don't have their device or it's not working and they just want to call in. I always give people the option to dial in. They have a phone number, they dial the phone number, they enter the code, and boom, you're on like a speakerphone. You're in a conference call without the other visual aspects.
Okay.
Did that make sense? I just wanted to slow it down a bit. So that's the beginning part of it. And then once you schedule a meeting and you hit schedule, here you can do a meeting password, which out of safety,
advanced options.
Yeah, out of safety, I always do a password. You see the personal meeting ID is there. So once you decide whether or not you want to have a password, you move on to the next step of scheduling. And then it will give you a screen that says, here is your ID, here's your generated meeting number for your scheduled time, and that's it. You save it, you copy and paste it. Yeah. So you can either email people, this box will pop up and saying, invite people to join your meeting. You can email them the invite. I sometimes just copy the URL and copy the invitation. So I copy it and then I open my email and I paste it. That's it, because not everyone has Gmail, not everyone has Outlook. So I don't use those other email services, not the Yahoo, not the Gmail. I always do copy and then I paste it in my own email account or my own text message. I've texted a friend that was working at Harvard. So I said, hey, here's my Zoom. I texted her the Zoom information and we had a little work personal meeting. And that's it. So now your meeting's out there with your friends and relatives. It's on your calendar. Zoom will send you a reminder for me, exactly. So for me, it just pops up with your Zoom starts in 10 minutes or something like that. And that's it. So when you get back on, your meeting will show, and I can kind of, maybe I can screen share for 1 second. Let me see if I can show you what I see over here. Okay, we close this. Okay, okay, so when I log into my Zoom, it tells me the today's date. Can you see this okay?
Where is this?
Yes?
Oh yeah, on the bottom.
Okay, so it says here, my Zoom 101, that's what my meeting ID was.
Ayesha, I think when you have a Zoom meeting going on, we can't see your
Oh, you
Zoom.
can't see
All
it.
we see
Got
is
it.
your desktop. I could find a screenshot though through Google. What do you want to show?
Let me see. Oh, you know what? I can do a screenshot. You taught me that last
Yeah, if
week.
you snip it, then we could see it.
Okay, so let me do that part. See how quick I can do it. Okay, screenshot, yeah, clipping, Okay, perfect. Okay, I got it. I got it, PJ. Thank you. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, so, right, see it now?
Yep.
Okay, so when I open my Zoom, I go to the home page and it just pops up, oh, I have my Zoom at 10 a.m. and I just hit start. And that's where we are now because it says we're still in progress. And then I have my other meetings listed here on the calendar. So it has a little calendar for you and it'll show you kind of what happens there. Let's see if I can show you another screen. So I'm gonna do this. Let's do that and then try to, can you still see my screen? It's just black.
I see a blue, I see a blue with the UC logo faintly behind it.
Okay. So I'm going to show you another clipping. Okay, can you see this now?
Yes.
So this is all my Zoom meetings today, and they all have different Zoom IDs.
Right.
So when you open up Zoom, it's just like a calendar. It'll show you what you have today, what time. It'll even alert you if you have 2 conflicting meetings. And it has my meetings for tomorrow. So Zoom will only allow you to host 1 meeting at a time, or 2 meetings with different devices, which is a whole nother conversation I don't think we want to get into. But there have been times where I have to host a meeting for one group and then another group later. So I always assign someone else as a host, because being a host, Elaine, is kind of like you can mute people, you can do the recordings, you have all this extra layer of security you can do, you can remove people. But as an account holder, I cannot host multiple meetings. It's just not something they have in their platform yet.
Okay.
But I am able to host this meeting and then give it to you,
someone else. Okay.
and then I can leave and then do another one.
Okay.
So that way,
Which you've done a few times.
I've done a lot of times because So that way, yeah, because it like now if I end the meeting as a host, it closes the whole meeting for everybody.
Okay.
But if I give someone else, if I make PJ the host and I leave, you'll still be here.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. What other questions? Do you want to go over profile pictures, backgrounds?
Oh, sorry, go back to the original. So if I sign up for a Zoom session, the SSO always comes up.
It will show you multiple ways to log in.
Mm,
You
Oh,
go to the
okay.
way that works for you.
I
I
see.
know how to do it.
All right.
Because
Okay.
you can also go to the website. If you go to zoom.com.us, you can do it on your computer. You don't have to have an iPhone or an iPad. You can do it from the computer.
Okay, good, great.
Is that too much, Elaine?
I'm not sure. Honestly, I'm not sure. You know, it's not too much because I'm hearing the words, and I think it's just a matter of doing it and then therefore becoming comfortable with it. Am I right, Ayesha and PJ?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, so, and I think there's confusion with the SSO. SSO is for like actual employees of UCLA. It's a single sign-on. You guys won't even sign on that way. You'll sign in through email.
Oh, we sign on with our email.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, that's just something for companies. So,
when I sign on with my email, and I have a Zoom password.
whatever your Zoom, yeah, you can be whatever password you want to make it.
Okay, and I did that. Okay.
Um,
Apparently I already did that. I got that far somehow.
yeah, so I think if you practice between now and Seder, you could definitely just have a couple of like small meetings with families, or try to, have someone do like a quick Zoom just so they could see how to work it.
Practice with my granddaughter in New York.
Yeah. So are you gonna have
Do that.
a device pointed at your table?
Mom's birthday.
Because if you're gonna have people Zooming for your Seder, they'll have to see the whole table. So you're gonna prop up your iPad or something.
Okay. Well, I don't want to take, all of your time to do it. We all did it individually, and we had a Seder book that we had sent out to everybody. I mean, that's what I really want to do, but I don't want to depend on the kids. I wanted to know what to do and how to do it on my own. But aside from that, more importantly, UCLA related, again, Ayesha, I didn't want to depend on your time and impose on your time to do something like, for instance, if I wanted to have a committee meeting, or if I wanted to call a meeting of the exec, or if I wanted to do something without saying, Ayesha, please, what do I do? How do I do it? For instance, Sue knows how to do all of these things. And I want to be able to know how to do things on my own as well.
Yeah. And I still host a lot of programs for Sue. At least, I have like this meeting coming up with John. I have like 3 other meetings that between Dolores and travel and Sue Abels, Zoom that's the way of life. And that's why.
And that's what we're going to be doing. And with the retirees, we've all decided that that's what's most comfortable now.
Yeah.
So knowing how to do that, knowing for IT support, no, absolutely.
Yeah. And we got this updated account so that we could support both groups and having their meetings. So, if I'm not physically needed at a meeting, I have no problem hosting it and then passing off the host. And same thing with Lamb and Maria. We can all host a Zoom. So even if I can't do it because I don't have reception or the internet,
Sure,
someone else can do it.
okay.
Absolutely. But I bought a hotspot. PJ talked me into it. I bought a hotspot so that I can travel for a vacation and still be able to host a meeting for whoever needs it. So,
Oh, great.
yeah. Any other questions about other aspects of Zoom? I think getting into the polling is something people don't use as often. But do you see the poll option, Elaine, at the bottom of your screen?
No.
It looks like 3 little lines that says polls.
Believe it or not, there are no 3 little lines at the bottom. I've got
bottom,
security, participants, chats, share screen, pause, stop, live transcript, breakout rooms, reaction, apps.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it either, Ayesha.
Oh, okay, so maybe that's just something else. So what I will do now is I'm going to do the closed captioning, and normally I do this at the beginning and I totally forgot. But this basically will help people who are having difficulties hearing. If I enunciate well, they can read it. So that's something as a host, you can enable the live transcription.
Okay.
There's the chat feature we all know about. Let's see.
I know
Do you have breakout rooms? Is that just for the host?
No, I see breakout rooms at the bottom of my screen as well.
Yeah.
So if we're at if I'm at a board meeting and we're having a discussion and we had a topic and we wanted 4 groups, for instance, to come back with their bullet points from each of those. So I would be able to go into breakout rooms, and it would just randomly pick the people to go into. I would determine how many breakout rooms I want.
Yeah, so this is a feature that you can either use before you set up a meeting or while you're in the meeting. So if you want to click on breakout rooms, I'll show you, we won't do it, but I'll show you kind of how that works. So if you click breakout rooms.
Okay, I did.
It says create blank breakout rooms. So you can hit the up arrow and create 4 breakout rooms. That would mean we would all go to one room. So you can either assign automatically, which will just put people wherever.
Okay.
You could assign manually.
You can let the participants choose?
You can. So let's say you have, so that's what we did for like the Earley kind of conference, is where we had labeled each room and people could choose where they wanted to go.
Okay, so that's how that was done, because that's what's going to happen with the Earley in October. Sue sent me an email and asked me about participating. Yeah. And I have already spoken to Jeanette Brown. So, okay, so this is something I would need to know for that as well. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
So then I want you to go back to where we were, where it says breakout rooms, make 4 rooms.
Got it.
Do assign rooms.
Manually or automatically?
Manually, just so you can see what it looks like.
Okay, now create.
Hit create.
And then I have
rooms 1 through 4.
Oh.
So then if you, and we'll just kind of show you how that looks. So if you scroll over assign, you can pick who you put in room 1.
Got it.
You can rename each room if you scroll in the middle.
All
you
right,
can delete.
So for instance, excuse me for interrupting. So if I wanted to rename it IT and then assign PJ to it.
Yeah.
So that's what I would do. And then PJ would be in room 1.
And then, and then you create the room and then you open all the rooms. If you look over at options, click on options.
Where do I see options? I'm sorry.
It should be at the bottom of the screen.
Oh. Security participants chat, share, pause.
No, do you see it when you click on, when you're in the breakout room section, do you see it says 4 rooms?
Okay, the 4 rooms, then below that it's recreate, add a room, or open all rooms.
Okay, so maybe I'll just help. So you would just open all rooms and boom, everyone will just go. Oh, I think you did it.
Yep, I see it. So we can
Did somebody go? No.
All right, so if I do room 1.
I didn't assign.
That's fine. So then that's how you choose the room.
How come your name is not in there, Ayesha? I just have Elaine and PJ.
Because I'm the host. So as the main host, I can go to any room I want and I can check, I can see what's happening in the room. I can message each room and I'm going to send, hey everyone, we have 5 minutes left. Or I'm going to move you to this room. And then I think PJ, so PJ put himself in a room.
I did.
So when I want to close a room, I just hit close all rooms.
Okay.
And then it tells people you have 60 seconds.
Okay. But finish your discussions because it's going to
Exactly. And then that automatically puts people back in the main room.
Okay.
Ayesha, what is the purpose of the breakout rooms?
So breakout rooms are good for meetings where people are networking, or if there's certain topics. For example, I did a staff retirement workshop a couple weeks ago, and I had about 70 people on that Zoom, and I wanted them to be able to interact with current retirees. So I had 7 volunteers, and I had those volunteers kind of moderate each breakout room. So I pre-scheduled the breakout rooms. I put, person A with 7 people, person B with 8 people, because if I do it automatically, I might have 2 retirees in one group and a group just full of soon-to-be retirees. And I wanted the conversation to be more of a moderator facilitated discussion. So even if I assign people to a room, let's say I assigned Bob Smith, but then he didn't show up, then that room would just be one person less. So I purposely put about 10 people in different rooms in case we had no-shows.
Got it.
So that way that retiree in that room had a bunch of people to talk to. They could ask questions about retirement, but they weren't just by themselves. If you're having more of a bigger program, as Elaine said, you could have a group for IT, you could have a cooking club, you could have a hiking group, you could have a poker club, and you can pre-schedule these groups and their titles so that if people say, you know what, I want to learn more about baking, I'm going to go to the baking room. And that's it.
It seems so easy.
I know it's very intuitive. Once you are looking around here and playing with it, it really is kind of easy. And I feel like it's very similar to having an iPhone. I feel an iPhone's very intuitive.
Once you know what to do with it.
Yeah, because you'll just eventually start playing around with it and do all these different things. And that's kind of it. So yeah, you can pick and choose your different things and do your backgrounds and things like that.
Sounds great.
When I went to participants, I see the four of us. Lily Gebhardt is as co-host.
Yes, I made you a co-host just so you could look and see the same things that we kind of see.
Oh, I see.
So if I take it away, then you don't see it.
Okay, great.
So there's some times where if I'm having a meeting or someone wants to screen share, you have to make them a host, or you can give a blanket hosting abilities for people to screen share. It's more of a security factor. Back in the beginning when people were Zoom bombing, people could just pop in and do all kinds of things. So this gives the host control over their attendees. It's not so much for what our department does, but I think people who are students or doing all kind of bad people things, they might have more intruders. So yeah.
Okay, great.
You can also change your name. Yeah, go ahead, Elaine.
I'm sorry. When going back to screen share, so when John shares his spreadsheets or whatever, he hits screen share and then he goes up to his Excel spreadsheets and then he pulls which one he wants, and that's what shows up.
Okay, do you want to practice and try it?
Sure.
Do you have a document on your desktop that's not sensitive information that you could share?
I'm sure I could find one. Okay.
Or you can open up a blank document. I think the reason is you're being recorded and it will go on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
That's what, yeah, because I want you to be.
Okay. So I'm going to get out of breakout rooms now, correct?
Yeah, you can close all of that.
Okay, that's closed. All right. So if I want to do share screen and
show us a picture of your grandchild or something. I don't know.
I'm not sure the kids would be too appreciative of that.
That's true, because we are on the internet, so you're right.
Well, the younger one in Colorado probably would love it, but no, no. So PJ had suggested that I go ahead and go into Word and just put up a blank document. So I'm going into Word and there's
Use the
a,
word.
this is a, well, it's a draft of a letter that just came up. Hello, Elaine.
Okay,
All right, so if I wanted to share this document now,
yep. So go at the bottom of your screen to screen share.
Oh,
interesting, it's not there now.
Well, we see your Zoom stuff.
Oh,
right.
all right.
So I don't see Word open. If you just open up Word and create like a new blank document, so when you click on screen share, it's going to allow you to share your screen. It should also have showed you the option to share Google Chrome because you have Google Chrome open.
So
Like right
Elaine, let's slow down a little bit and back out. So do stop screen share. Let's try it again.
All right.
Yeah,
Sorry.
okay. Who are seeing
Okay, so I'm stopping this. All right.
So now when you start screen share, it should show you pick different parts to look at.
Okay, the first thing that came up was a blue rectangle that says desktop 1 with a triangle and exclamation point in the middle. So
What else do you see?
then I see iPhone, iPad, AirPlay, iPhone, iPad via cable, Safari unknown, Mail unknown, Finder unknown, Finder unknown, and none of those are lit up. The only one that's lit up blue is this desktop 1.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's like the desktop one is you're going to share everything that's on your screen. So we'll see your start menu. We're going to see the time on the bottom right. The Safari is your internet browser. So if you clicked on the Safari, you would just share your internet browser and we wouldn't see your start menu or anything else. Like say, like if you have an instant messenger, like Microsoft Teams, anybody writing you, that would show if you were just sharing your screen. So, you know, if you were to just open up a Word document and then when you clicked on share, you should see the Microsoft Word and then you can share just that document. So we don't see the background of your desktop or.
So I should open up Word then is what you're saying, PJ?
Yeah, if you just open up Microsoft Word and then.
I just did. And there's a blank document that just came up.
Yep. And then now when you click share screen, you should see Microsoft Word as one of the options.
No.
I think Lily is screen sharing.
Oh yeah, that's Lily.
That's Lily. Lily, are you screen sharing? Let me unmute her. Oh, so okay,
I'm sorry, guys.
It's fine. No, because I think Lily was, okay, so let me show you kind of what you're seeing, Elaine. That way you can kind of get an idea of what it looks like. Okay, so when I do a screen share, this pops up. You can see it? Yes?
I see what you've done, yes.
So when I hit screen share, I can do my first screen, my second screen, what I'm working on the YouTube channel. So I'm just gonna pick. I pick this one, or the blank Word document. See it here?
I see the blank document.
So I would click this and then hit share. So you get to pick which document you're looking at. So if we're doing things for like one of John's presentations, it's gonna be a document. You click this, it turns blue, and you hit share. Okay, so you want to give that a shot, Elaine?
All right, so I'm hitting screen share. I just hit screen share. And can you see what came up on my?
No, not until you hit that blue share button. So this will show you the options of screen sharing.
Okay, so it says allow Zoom to share your screen. So when I hit share, and now I'm hitting that. Oh, and this is okay. So this is what came up.
It's weird. It's showing her as Lily again.
Why is that sheep showing Lily? Let me remove.
I'll stop share.
Okay, I'm gonna remove Lily as a co-host just for a moment. Okay. Elaine, why don't you try it?
Screen share, allow Zoom to share your screen, yes. And I hit yes, and this is what came up.
you pick your screen?
Security and privacy is what.
Okay, I think you are on a Mac. Are you on a
Yes,
Mac?
I'm on a Mac. Yes.
Okay, so you'll have to allow screen sharing for your Mac. So on the very top, on the top left of your screen, do you see the little Apple logo?
Yes.
Can you click the Apple logo and then go to, I think it's security or settings or security and privacy?
Systems preferences. And
Yes, that's it. Yep.
Then it'll have security and privacy. All right.
Exactly. And then you're going to have to click the unlock button on the bottom left of that window. And there you're going to have to enter in your laptop or desktop's username and password for when you log on the PC each day.
So then I'm hitting security and privacy and
Yep. Yeah, you might have to double click it. It should open up a window for security and privacy.
it's got location services, contact. Okay.
Mhm. On the
And
bottom left of that window, do you see a little lock?
click the lock to make changes. Okay.
Yep. And then there you're going to have to enter the computer password. So
Oh, good
yeah.
luck.
See, how good is PJ? He's doing this like blind. He just knows what
Yeah,
you're doing.
I'm trying to think about it because I'm on a PC right now, so I'm just trying. I've done it a few times, so just going off of memory.
Mine, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So it's unlocked now, Elaine?
I think, yes.
Okay. So on accessibility or on the left, do you see accessibility?
Yes, I do. I see accessibility.
When you click on that, you should have a scroll option on the right.
It says A server messages in Zoom US. So then I would click Zoom US.
Exactly. And then we're also going to have to do screen recording. So there's accessibility, screen recording, and I think disk control or disk access.
It doesn't, PJ, it just has A server messages in Zoom US, but there's a plus and a minus sign. So would I hit plus and then add one of the things?
No. So for accessibility, all you have to do is you check Zoom off, right? So that one's good. So that was accessibility. So like now on the left side of that window, are you able to scroll up or down?
Yes. So it's got input monitoring, full disk access. Is that what you were talking about?
Yes. So full disk access should have Zoom in there as well, unchecked. So you'll have to check that one.
It has install box tools, SHD keygen wrapper, and com.microsoft.auto-update.helper.
Okay. So no need for the full disk access then. Is there a screen recording?
Speech recognition, microphone, camera, photos, input monitoring, files and folders, screen recording. Here it is.
Okay, so for screen recording.
Okay, Zoom came up, so I'm clicking that.
Yeah, and that should allow you now. So like after clicking that, I'm going
to interrupt you. I'm sorry. It says Zoom.us will not be able to record the contents of your screen until it is quit. You can choose to Zoom now or do it on your own later.
Yeah, so when you make those changes, it will apply the next time you go on Zoom. So if you want to try it now, you can enable it, say yes. You can exit the meeting and rejoin the meeting. or the next time you start Zoom, you'll be able to share your screen.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the problem. So when you make these updates, they take place when you start your computer the next time.
Okay, so I should quit and reopen then, or I should just hit later then, so that I'm not interrupting what we're doing, correct?
Well, I mean, we're coming to the end. Do you want to close out and come back in? I'm worried you might not be able to get back in, or if something doesn't go right. But at least now you know how you can share.
Okay, with security and privacy. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to quit and reopen. Then I'm quitting this whole session with you guys then.
Yes, but you know the ID to get back in?
I do. What did I do with it? I wrote it down.
So how about you write down the meeting ID and the password.
All right.
Quit and restart your computer.
All right, hold on just a sec, please.
Okay.
Does she need to restart her computer? I think she just needs to restart Zoom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I'm
Okay, so she's gone. And then we also had another participant join, William.
Hi, William. Let me also make him. How are you?
Look like Lily understands how to share screens though.
Yeah. How's it going, Lily? Okay. Well,
William's
William,
here. William's
Hi.
here. He's just late as usual.
Hi, William. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you doing?
I'm okay. The other participant went to reboot her computer. Do you have any questions you want to go over? We want to have this time for you to ask whatever questions you would like.
I really don't. I've been using the Zoom now since March of 2020 pretty regularly. And
Okay.
I haven't invited other people, and I haven't I haven't been the host. So I was just going to listen in to see whether I need to do anything different as a host than I do as a participant.
Well, we discussed a little bit about hosting and kind of what that means. So it basically allows you to kind of control the meeting, and if you kick people out, if you want to do recording, if you want to do the closed captioning like it is right now, and also some breakout rooms. So that's kind of a ballpark gist of what we did. Let me help with Elaine to see if she can screen share. And then it's also something that only the hosts can do unless you ask for that permission. So Elaine, do you want to give it another shot?
Sure. All right. I'm in here. I just hit screen share and it says host disabled participant screen
Oh,
share.
you know, oops, I didn't make you the co-host again. Hold on.
Oh my goodness gracious.
I know. Now you can do it.
Okay. Okay. There's my screen and I'm, do you see it?
Did you click on, there you go.
Yay.
Lovely. Thank you very much,
Do
guys.
you see it?
Yes,
Yes.
thank you for your smiles. Thank
That's
you.
fantastic. So yeah, we see your
Security
computer
settings.
stuff and we see the Word document in the back.
And that there's an update available for your Word.
So that's great. So Elaine, we can see your screen. So then that's kind of how that works.
Okay, thank you guys.
William, are you familiar with screen sharing?
Yes, I have a little thing here that says I can share my screen if I want to. Is that right?
Do you want to try it? Have you done it before?
No, I haven't, but I don't need to try that. I'm more interested in knowing how to turn off closed captioning if I want to.
How
I'm
to turn
using
it
the-
off? Okay, I think if you just click it at the bottom, can it just turn it off for him, PJ?
Yeah, so you'll see a live transcript with a CC icon. If you click on that, and it'll say show subtitles, or if they are being showed, it'll
I
say
don't see
hide.
that. I have across the bottom of my screen, underneath the captions, I have mute, start video, share, participants, and more.
Okay.
And under more, I says security, chat, full transcripts, meeting settings. Maybe it's under meeting settings.
Or just transcript, you said, right? Full transcript?
Yes.
Okay, if you click that, you should be able to hide the subtitle. And just before you go too far, Elaine, I'm going to stop your screen share because you're doing stuff that we can see. Elaine, can you hit stop so that you can do it?
Yeah.
Perfect. You were going down your email and I was like, let's
No,
stop
what
it.
I was trying to do was just get rid of the back screen, so
Yeah.
thank you.
Okay, so William, due to our nature of a department being inclusive, we do always do the live transcript closed captioning, but you can turn it off on your screen if you hit hide subtitle.
Oh, hi.
Do you see
I
that?
don't. No, I don't see it. All I see is a full screen of all the transcripts going by right now.
Oh, that's a full screen. It's not at the bottom.
At the bottom, no, I just have my telephone icons at the bottom. Let me go back one. It says mute, start video, share, participants, and more.
Okay, PJ, do you?
I'm checking that right now.
Okay,
So are you on the
Hold
Windows?
on,
or-
hold on. There's an X. That didn't help. I'm still getting the transcript. It's a very good transcript. I have to say, I'm very impressed by the transcription.
Is the transcript on the right side of your screen, or is it in the center?
It's below your picture,
Okay.
below your video.
subtitle setting, so whatever.
Yeah. How I see it is the hide, the same way Ayesha, I see it the way you're seeing it. I'm not sure.
That's what
Yeah.
he's asking.
Keep in
Oh,
mind,
if
I'm using a
we-
telephone.
Go ahead, try. it.
Oh, so how are we seeing you if you're on the telephone? That's probably
Well, Mike-
why.
You weren't seeing me. I just turned my
There it
video.
is.
There.
Maybe because he's calling from the device. Is that how I?
His
Well, no,
picture's
because
not out.
he's joined the meeting using video and audio. He didn't make the phone call in. So let me.
Oh, okay. I
I-
like that background though.
Make one. I have
Yeah.
better, I have better backgrounds. I can share my screen now. Maybe you can figure out how to turn off the
Yeah,
close
I'm gonna join Ayesha through my cell phone, just because I know that I'm on a PC. I think you're on a PC, so I think maybe it's well,
Yeah. So we
If
think
I-
it might be because you're on the app,
That's
and I think that might be the reason. So
well, if I join, it's gonna kick me out of this meeting. But
Will
that's
it?
fine. Well, yeah, because I can only be signed in at one Zoom at a time. But it's fine. I'll join from the phone and then I'll join back from the PC.
okay.
I want to see how to do this.
Ayesha, can you, in the meantime, can you tell me how to change your background?
Yes.
Because I
So
like William's background and the PJ's background.
all right. So you see where it says stop video. There's a little up arrow or caret, I think it's called.
Yes.
Yeah, not
Click
there.
on the little caret.
Stop video.
You'll see
Left.
blur my background, choose virtual background, or choose video filter. You see those?
Yes.
So click on choose virtual background.
Okay.
And then it has some pre-loaded pictures. There is the San Francisco Bridge.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I see the stop video. And where should we go?
There's a little up arrow. I'm
I
not
don't
sure
have
if it's.
I don't think the telephone app has a full service.
Right, I don't think you can have a virtual background if you're, no, I think you can do blur. But now I want to join from my phone to see how that works too, PJ, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, so I'm in the meeting and I see what he sees. So yeah, there was an X button. It didn't remove the transcript. The transcript is still showing at the bottom of the video. Let's see.
If I hit it on my phone where it says switch, would that kick me out on the desktop?
No, I actually joined and it allowed me to do both.
Hmm.
Okay, I found it. So
got the image.
if you click on the more settings,
Yes,
then you're gonna see meeting settings.
yes.
And then there you'll see closed captioning and then you just turn it off from there.
I'm looking for closed captioning.
So you went to more and then meeting settings.
I'm on meeting settings. It says host controls, mute upon entry. General, always show meeting controls, meeting topic, show name. Show non-video participants, show my gallery, stop incoming video, but there's nothing about closed captions.
Okay. I wonder what Zoom version you're on your phone.
Yeah, because mine said disable. When I clicked that, it kicked me out of the Zoom here, but it did show me disable transcript.
Yeah, so I think it may also, I think it's related to possibly his Zoom. I updated my Zoom before we came to the meeting today, just so I was on the latest version. But yeah, once I turned that off, now my closed captions aren't showing.
So,
Our screen shows the closed captions with live
Right.
transcript. You can turn it on and off.
yeah, it's different when you're on the computer or you're on like a device versus a cell phone. So Lily, were you able to find your background?
Well, we know,
We know how to go to the virtual background, but
how do you add an image?
Okay, so you see the little plus sign? Are you still in the same virtual background place?
yes.
Yes,
You see the little plus
Oh,
sign on the
okay.
right?
I got it. Yeah, and then you click on add image. Got
Oh,
it.
wonderful.
Okay.
That's it.
All right.
Okay, that's great, helpful.
And then if we click if we click on the,
Image,
oh, I see. How does that, or when does that image,
enter. How about, oh, how do you choose that one?
yeah, how do you, I mean, I
You
can
can pick
click on
any
an
image you
image.
want.
Yeah, but it doesn't, how do you, if you click on it, the way you just close the screen?
Well, when you select the plus sign, you pick an image, or you pick add image, it'll
Right.
show you all your picture files on your computer. So if I did the add an image one, and
Right, I just did that, but how does it show up? Oh, it would only show up on my screen if I'm the host.
no,
No?
so
How
you
does
pick
it-
the picture. See, I just picked the Disney concert hall. So hit the plus sign, hit
Yeah.
add image,
I did. I
and
got
then
an image.
okay, did you select it and hit open?
Where is open?
So when you're looking at all your pictures to choose from,
Yeah.
do you have pictures you're looking at?
Yes.
Yes, and I added an image.
So double click it.
Oh,
Oh, double click it. Ah, there we go.
okay, double click that.
I got it.
Why don't you double click that?
Let's see. What is that?
And then there's an image with a, oh, double click, just
Huh.
double click. Just do it.
I see, it looks like you're changing your images.
Yes, I'm picking random backgrounds that I have.
Yeah, ours just doesn't do that. If I double click an image, it doesn't show up.
Okay, double click.
Yeah. It just
Did you,
continues.
why don't you double?
I mean,
am.
it might be there, but we can't see your video, so I can't tell you
Oh.
there.
Oh. Okay.
So it
Yeah.
might be there, we just can't see it because we can't see you.
Ah,
Here's the image. I took a screenshot of my cell phone on like what I saw. So I would definitely recommend too for everyone here to update your Zoom. That's something we always kind of bring up too at our other meetings is Zoom is constantly doing feature updates and security updates. So not
How
sure.
how do you update your Zoom?
Okay, so depending on if you're connected through a cell phone, you would go, if it's an Apple, you would go to the App Store and update your app there. If you're on a computer, you would just, well, I'm gonna pull up a link so I can show you guys. For anybody who's on the app right now, if you're on like the Windows app, you'll see a little icon at the top right where it shows like your image. If you click on that, you'll see check for updates. So I'm going to take a screenshot of this. And that will be the same for Elaine as well. I know you're on a Mac, but the Mac, it's a desktop app on the Mac, right, Elaine?
Yes, yes, I think.
Okay.
I'm on my it's a laptop. I have a MacBook Air.
Okay.
Oh, I see where it says apps.
Nice.
So I
So
click on that.
Oh, good.
Oh,
when you have the app open, you should see like a little icon at the top right, just like this. And when you click on that icon, you'll see check for updates as one of the options below.
interesting. Use standard side by side, non-video, full screen, no. Apps.
So you can watch this. Give me this
Okay.
video real quick.
Let's get Zoom on your desktop. To begin, head over to the Zoom Download Center.
Since you guys already have it, I'm just gonna skip it.
And password. Reach out to your company. In addition to the homepage, you'll see intuitive to use tabs for chat, meeting schedule, contacts.
Yeah, so when you click on the top right image, you're gonna see right here, check for updates. And this is on the desktop version for Windows and Mac. If you're on the phones, you'll have to go through the App Store to get the updates there. And
Okay.
Let's see if we have that. Is anybody able to check right now to see if you can update it? You won't be able to update it while you're in this meeting, but after the meeting, you'll be able to update.
So we're just, am I unmuted? So just to keep us on track with time, and I want to respect PJ's time here. We're just at 11 o'clock. So does anyone have any other questions that we can try to answer? Did we resolve your background issue with Lily?
Yes, very, very much. My question, I have a question. I don't have Facebook. I don't use Facebook, but people talks about instant messenger, Twitter. What are all those things that I have no clue what they are? And why do you choose one versus another?
Okay, well, that's a loaded question. So those are all social media. So social media is Twitter, it's Facebook, it's Instagram, it's YouTube, it's all those things. I'm not quite sure how to answer that. So Twitter is kind of where you just write down what you think and you can put it out in the world. Facebook is just, Facebook's, I don't know how to, Facebook's Facebook.
Yeah. Other people.
Networking, yeah. Instagram,
Yeah.
like taking pictures and sharing pictures. But like Zoom is for like meetings, sharing screen, things like that. You're not gonna really get that with Instagram. Like Ayesha said, there's social media, there are ways to kind of network with people and say hi, send messages or upload pictures, but not to collaborate.
Okay. And Twitter?
So Twitter is basically you can
what you think.
Write what you think, whether or not it's positive or negative or right or wrong. It's your free speech platform to write whatever you want, but you could get banned. So just keep that in mind. If you violate the rules, they have, code of conduct. So we have a Twitter account.
You are being so politically correct.
Hey, I'm trying. So let me show you.
Okay.
I'll show you our Twitter account. Hang on, let me share my screen briefly and I'll show you what we have on our Twitter account. And then you can kind of see, maybe I'll get some more followers, who knows? Twitter, okay.
I'll follow you.
There you go. All right, so this is my Twitter account. It's loading stuff. So my computer's going so slow, PJ. Here it goes. All right, so this is just my little title about me. It tells me how many followers we have. And followers just means people who they can see what you, like they like what you're typing, so they want to follow what you do. And then I just post UCLA things about elder care, aging well. We have a program coming up with Belmont Village. So I just always post things about the campus and our department. I think I even posted about Wordle the other day. Let me see. This is my profile. I think it is. So this is Twitter.
Okay. Do you know who your followers are, or you know who they are?
So you can go, if I click on my followers, I have a few retirees that follow me. Al Alden is one of my followers. These are just, people who are also, this is the Vice Chancellor for UCLA.
I know Anna,
Yeah, we all know Anna, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have a personal friend here. This is a friend of mine. And the Army ROTC. So, and then I am following all the UCLA groups, like the Planetarium. We did a program with them. I definitely follow back Anna Spain, Bradley. I try to follow things that are, President Drake. He's not following me, but it's okay. And this is it. So if I want to see what President Drake is saying, I can go here and I see all of his tweets. And then I can share it. So I'm going to like his tweet like this. So I just liked it. And then I can share it to my own page by clicking this button here,
Uh-huh.
and then I can retweet it.
I
So what
see.
that means is I took what he wrote
And you pass it along.
and I put it here in mine, see?
So it passes it along.
So that's, I mean,
Okay.
I don't want to digress from Zoom. So are there any other
Okay,
Zoom
great.
questions?
Thank you, thank you.
No, thank you.
Sure. Any other Zoom questions that we can wrap up with before we end this meeting?
No. I
That was really helpful.
Absolutely. I really appreciate the time. And it seems like, it, you know, being like on a one-on-one with
Yes,
you
yes.
and, you know, in a small group, it's really helpful. Thank you so much.
Great.
And Ayesha, my husband Rex, who is also a UCLA member, he also attended this meeting. So if you
Oh,
want.
good. Well, Elaine is the president, so
Oh, hi, Elaine.
Hi.
Nice meeting you. Next
Nice
time I
meeting
will
you as
introduce
well.
myself. Thank you.
all right. Well, thank you, PJ, for joining us again for our Zoom 101. I'm not sure right now if we'll schedule another one. We will see if people want to do it maybe in a few months. Well, if we're still in a lockdown, maybe we'll still do another Zoom program. So thank you, PJ, for your time. Good luck with everyone. I think the homework for today, because there has to be homework at school, is
Yes.
to update your Zoom. Whatever
Okay.
device you're on,
Okay.
check for updates, because for security reasons, for new functionality, they are the #1 company in the world probably right now. And if I had have put stock in Zoom, I probably would be retired right now, or I don't know. So anyway, update your Zoom and we will talk to you next time.
Okay. Thanks again, guys. Nice meeting
Thank
everybody.
you.
Bye.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Can I ask you a question before you go?
Sure.
I have two icons